Assalamualaikum. Together with me, ZALIKHA, back in our channel, Financial Methods. So, we will talk about the efficiency in public expenditure. So, let's find out. Sorry to interrupt. Are you a student?
Yes, I am.
So, if you don't mind, I want to ask a few questions. So, you as a student, what's your opinion regarding the cost of living in Malaysia right now?
Me as a student, for me, cost living in Malaysia is quite high and it gives a negative impact for us to survive.
So, what are some views?
In my opinion, I also agree with her that cost of living is very high, especially when you have commitment for as a student.
Okay. So, may I know if you don't mind, what kind of commitment do you have as a student?
I need to survive for food, for sight. So I spend roughly 50 a day.
And of course, for me, I have a commitment too, such as transportation, because I'm not from SYAFIQAH, I'm from school. So when it comes holiday, I need to use public transport like ADS. So the price is quite expensive rather than bus.
Okay, thank you for your time. And me too. So, based on the interview just now, we can conclude that the cost of living among students is quite high, and the government should take some initiative or also measures in order to overcome this issue.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am ALJOHARI, and here is the financial struggles are among the problems that we cannot run from, and it is getting worse for students as the majority of them do not have their own income, which makes things even worse. This problem will give us a huge impact to them in many ways. So what is the impact of financial struggles on students? Mental health is known to be among the major impacts of financial struggles among students. Therefore, our documentary ventures into the personal realm of students who have weathered the storm of mental health challenges, fueled by the relentless pressure of financial burdens. Through poignant personal narratives, we invite viewers to step into the shoes of those who have grappled with anxiety, depression, and a sense of despair, all stemming from the economic challenge they face.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm a student. Student from UiTM Melaka. I think yes. I think financial problem affect my mental health. My experience about financial problem is, so as you know, I'm a student. So I'm a student and I will use a lot of money. Okay, first I will use the money for the ticket for me to travel from Kedah to Melaka, and then the money to pay the study fee, to pay the college, for the petrol, and also for the food at the university. So we as a student, we use a lot of money. So I think when I use a lot of money, it affect my mental health because I don't have enough money to pay it all. I don't have enough money, even I take the PTBTN, but I also must use my own money to pay all the fee and all my spending every day. So it affect my mental health and I feel stressed and sometimes I feel depressed. So that's the mental health that I feel right now.
Majority of students took out loans for their studies. It is a long-term option for them, but there are also some students who struggle with debt with their friends and others. This form of debt also contributes to the impact of mental health amongst the students. Beyond the narratives, we delve into the scholarly realm, uncovering research by McLeod and Ben 2019 that draws a direction correlation between financial difficulties and the deterioration of general mental health. The documentary presents compelling evidence that links heightened symptoms of anxiety and depression to the burden of student debt. A striking revelation emerges. Students troubled by the specter of financial woes affecting their academic performance, find themselves tethered to significantly higher level of debt.
Oh, that. Like I mentioned before, I will take the PTPTN to support my study. I think when I take the debt or I take the PTPTN, it also affect my mental study. Okay, first, why I say it affect my mental health, because when I take a debt, I think how could I pay the debt after I finish my study? Because now I think it's hard to get a job after I finish my study, and then our economy is getting worse sometimes, and then if I take a debt, so I must pay it. For now, I don't have money, but I think I need a job. But sometimes it's hard to get a job, like I mentioned before. So we as a student sometimes feel stressed thinking about that.
Besides mental health, does financial struggle affect student education too? It is believed that financial struggle may affect concentration and memory retention. Students tend to not focus on their study as they are busy thinking of ways to solve their financial struggle. Moreover, financial struggles also impose cognitive load on students by diverting mental resources away from academic tasks. With the need to work part-time or engage in long-term employment, students find themselves forced to make decisions that compromise the very essence of their academic journey. Our team explored the sacrifices made as the students in navigating the tightrope between work and academics, revealing a stark reality where focus shifts from education to jobs and financial dilemmas, potentially diminishing the overall quality of their learning experience.
For me, I do part-time job while I study. First is I do a small business in my university, and then I make the Grab car for student. A Grab car for student to take. Oh, okay. Sometimes when I do part-time job, I think it also affect my study because I must clearly separate the part-time and study, but I can manage it. I can manage it. How do I do job? Why I need to do my assignment, I need to study and also focus on my exam. But at the same time, I do part-time job. So for me, it's a little bit hard for me to focus on one thing. I have to focus on both. To focus on part-time and focus on study, it's hard for me because I can manage my time. I can't manage my time. And sometimes we as a student, we also need money, but we also need to do part-time job. At the same time, we also need study. So I think it's hard for me.
As we bring these stories to the forefront, we advocate for a collective effort to alleviate the burdens that threaten to overshadow the pursuit of knowledge and the well-being of the academic community. Thus, becoming a student is not as easy as it is said. Financial struggles do give impact to the students.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Muhammad Shafiq Iman. I will continue today's segment, which is the solution and innovation. The rising of living costs for students has been a very big worries to the world this age. The burden the student that experience as a student that doesn't have income have surely make the student feel the burden of the rising costs. However, even facing a high tuition fees, community expenses, and also the rent for the house, after a very many attempt of helping from the government, community and others, there are few tricks and answer for the student burden to be eased. The first trick to help student ease the burden of the living costs nowadays Firstly is cooperative housing, or where can I define as sharing as a resident in the houses. So we can see renting a house together with other students, either with your friend with the same classes or your coursemate or not, can help distribute the expenses of rent for the house equally to each student. Let's hear about others' opinion. Do you agree with the alternative houses for students?
Yeah, I do agree with the alternative houses for students, which I do believe that it actually reducing our costs as student.
Alternative houses reduce the burden of the student. Please share your stand with us.
I totally agree with the statement given by the interviewer because me myself, as I live in the college, which I assume a college also as alternative houses for students where we could actually, it is an opportunity and also an alternative for us to reduce the cost and so on, and many benefits there.
Do you agree with the alternative houses for students?
Yes, I agree.
With the alternative houses, is it reduce the burden for the student? Please share your stand with us.
Yes, because by sharing rent and utilities, students can lower their individual costs.
The next trick that I will tell you how to reduce your burden into the living costs. So, which is to generate income by using entrepreneurship. Did you know Starbucks was introduced by a student from San Francisco University? By doing entrepreneurship in such young age, help students to less or lot to cover their living expenses. Not only my opinion, but also all the person we have interviewed. The entrepreneurship will help you to generate income to cover tuition fees, your daily living costs, and also all your community. Now, let's hear our interview opinion. Do you have any side income by doing part-time job or any entrepreneurship activity?
As for now, I didn't have any because obviously we are now currently are doing my studies. So basically, I have my entrepreneurship or part-time income whenever I have semester break. So I would love to doing a job whenever it's semester break. Yeah.
In your opinion, does part-time job or any entrepreneurship activity help you to reduce the cost of living?
Yeah, obviously it do reduce the cost of living. As myself as a student, we have a lot of what we call that liabilities. As we live in students, we need to buy books, we need to buy a lot of exercises and also do assignments. We need that more money which I used to, and instead of using scholarship, I need also part-time and also side income as well. Yeah.
Do you have any side income by doing part-time job or any entrepreneurship activity?
Yes, I have my side income by doing part-time job.
Does doing part-time job help you to reduce the cost of living as a student?
Yes, for me as a student, if I have side income, it's really helped me to reduce cost of living to cover any expenses.
The others benefit from sharing the house is actually help to cover the burden of other utilities and also resources of food. As we can tell, when students gathered in the same house, every of each student can offer skill to help reduce others' costs, such as haircut, maybe. Also, in preparing the food, when there are other students living together, the cost of the food can be split evenly, and of course, it will reduce the budget and also the cost for the preparation of food.
Are you prefer rent a house together with your friend or alone?
I would love to rent with my friend.
For your opinion and experience, does it help to maintain every month's expenses if the house rent are shared?
Of course, it do reduce my maintaining costs and a lot of reducing costs due to we share houses and we need to split the bills, I think. So that's why we reduce the maintaining costs based on how we share the houses. Yeah.
As a student, are you prefer renting a house together with other student or alone?
For me, as a student, I prefer to renting a house with other students.
Does it help to maintain every month expenses if you're renting with other student?
Yes, if I renting a house with other students, it will help me to reduce in monthly expenses.
The next solution or initiative that we can take to lessen our burden as a student is a campaign of awareness led by student itself need to be held, and also must spoke all the challenge that faced by the student to the living cost of nowadays. The challenge or obstacle such as high living costs, the community's fee, all the living costs, burden or fees, the house rent should be spoke with the authority or any government agency. As an example, a student association should spoke up or cooperate with any agency, any authority that can help to produce other option for students to help them cover the burden of living from the cost to the rent in the education. It also can help students to carry on the studies in a more quality and effective way.
Do you support student advocacy?
Yes, I do support student advocacy.
How about a campaign awareness about financial arrangement? Would you support it?
Of course, I would love to support anything that includes students with financial because they need to knows how to arrange their own financial. Yes.
Do you support student advocacy?
Yes,
How about a campaign about awareness about financial arrangement? Would you support it?
yes.
Now we go on to the next segment, which is university perspective. So from all I have been saying in the past, all of these are from the view of student, what student can do, what the effort of student, what student can do to help themselves to go through this living cost of life. So now we will look and see what the opportunity or the help given by the institution, which is from the university itself and also from the government. Have you ever heard about scholarship? Yes, scholarship is one of the alternative that given by either university or any agency to student for student to continue their study. In the scholarship, the student will receive an amount of money to help the student to continue and living on the course. As a student with no income, the scholarship can help student to fund himself for the school fees or university fees, for the house rent, the transportation, and also for the daily living costs. Let's ask few of our friends from zakat receiver from UiTM. Is zakat UiTM has helped them in their life? Let's go.
As one of the zakat recipient, did zakat UiTM help reduce your financial burden?
Yes, zakat UiTM helped me to reduce my burden.
How does it help you as a student?
For me as a student, I will use a lot of money for my essential, for my college supplier. So I think the zakat money can help me to reduce the cost.
As one of the zakat UiTM recipient, did zakat UiTM help to reduce your financial burden as a student?
Yes, the amount of zakat UiTM reduce my burden.
How does the zakat UiTM help you?
It helped me to reduce my daily cost when I have extra saving for daily expenses.
So, for the conclusion, after all the challenge we tell that student may face in nowadays era, student shall not worry to continue their study even though the living costs are rising, but there are many ways and also opportunities in front. From the government and university itself have already provided scholarship and also loan to student continue their studying. Last but not least, student should not take for granted all the initiative that have been given to them. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.